K-Flock's trial started today, and reporters inside the courtroom shared what happened. The first day is over, and it looks like the prosecutors are not ready. They are struggling to speak clearly, making mistakes while talking and not giving strong evidence when the judge asks questions. K-Flock looked emotional at the end of the day, which makes sense because this is his first time in court. But his lawyers are very sure about winning. One of them whispered in his ear and said, "We are going to win this." His legal team is so confident that they even shared a message from him from jail.
I know what's going on, man. Flock, I know something. Man, like, free me to the guys, man. Hey, yo, like, I'll be back real soon. Shout out to my fans and my supporters, man. I love all y'all, man. For all of you out there, guys, man, for me, and do what y'all supposed to do, man. For me, get through life correctly, bro. Like, get money.
To understand when K-Flock might be released, it is important to first understand what happened in the case. The trial says that the incident took place on December the 23rd, 2021. On that day, rapper K-Flock, whose real name is Kevin Perez, was involved in the passing of a man named Oscar Hernandez. That day, K-Flock was walking on a sidewalk in the city with two other people. He was wearing a blue coat, a Shy mask, and designer jeans. As he walked past a barbershop, Oscar Hernandez saw him from inside. The moment Flock walked by, Oscar ran out and shouted, "What are you looking at?" Since both of them had problems with each other before they started arguing, they shouted back and forth in the middle of the street. After the argument, Oscar turned around and started walking away. At that moment, Flock pulled out a gun and fired. Oscar was hit many times. As he tried to run back into the barbershop for safety, once Flock stopped shooting, he quickly ran away, leaving Oscar lying on the sidewalk alone. People who saw what happened quickly called 911, hoping to save Oscar's life. Paramedics arrived and took him to a hospital in New York. But sadly, he did not survive. At the crime scene, only bullet casings and Oscar's slides were left behind. For the next 24 hours, the police had no idea who the shooter was. They checked security cameras and collected footage, but since the person was wearing a mask, they could not tell who he was. This is when the NYPD asked the public for help. They shared a photo of the suspect online and asked if anyone could recognize him. Sadly for K-Flock, just a few hours before the incident, he had posted pictures of himself wearing the same blue designer jacket that he had on during the crime. When the news spread, fans quickly noticed this and told on him. Knowing that he did not have much time left as a free man, K-Flock acted fast. He hired one of the best lawyers, met with him, and then walked into the NYPD's 30th precinct to turn himself in. Later, his lawyer gave a statement. He said, "Yesterday, I went with Kevin when he turned himself in to the detectives at the 30th precinct. As soon as I found out that he was wanted, I made all the arrangements with the NYPD. About the charges against him, we have started looking into everything. We will talk about bail once we have fully checked the case and looked at what the district attorney has said." After that, the police gave all the evidence to K-Flock's lawyer. After going through everything, his lawyer strongly believed that K-Flock acted in self-defense.
The ground and is found, he's got a loaded that was in his pocket that his hand was on at the time. We consider that to be self-defense.
So he did take him in self-defense?
That's what the allegation is. I don't want to talk too much about the details of the case,
Okay.
But the government claims that he pulled the... But at the same time, the person that was on the ground had his hand on a illegal loaded...
Okay. So without saying too much, you're arguing obviously self-defense.
That could be one of the arguments, self-defense, and I would say to the public, somebody's walking up to you with a loaded, it's pretty clear he's going to use it, with a criminal record a mile long. Do you want to get or do you not want to?
Soon after, the NYPD shared a statement about what happened. They said they believed this was part of a long fight between street groups. Since K-Flock had been connected to a Bronx street team for years, they thought this was another chapter in an old rivalry. In the past, Flock was known for being involved in street life. He had a lot of power and influence, but that also made him a target. His rivals kept coming after him, and over time, his name became more connected to the streets than music. This hurt his rap career, and his image started to fall apart. Even his best friend spoke about the situation. He said, "I saw some fans who were upset at both me and academics after K got locked up. I guess it was because of the way we talked about it. Maybe it sounded like we were too quick to judge. But it is crazy how so many people from rappers to random fans act like he is completely finished. The truth is, most of them do not even know what is really going on. During this time, rapper Top 5 called K Flock in jail and sent a message of support. He said, "Talk to them, Flock. Talk to them, my guy. These young boys out here walking around with no jewels. They need you, Flock. They need you." Even Bobby Shmurda reacted to K Flock's case. When asked how he felt about it, he said, "It is crazy. He was the next big artist coming out of New York. I love Flock. I like his energy. I am just wishing him the best right now. And for the charges they are putting on him, I am hoping for the best for his family and his whole team." Bobby Shmurda kept talking about K Flock's case. He said, "I hope he beats those charges because he has a bright future ahead. It would be a sad story if this was the end, but we are not going to think like that. You have to stay positive." But just as K Flock's lawyers were getting ready to defend him, things got even worse. He was hit with more charges. A federal grand jury officially charged him with multiple racketeering conspiracy charges, also known as RICO charges. Fans online reacted right away. Some posted, "K Flock just got a RICO, it is over." DJ Academics also spoke about it, saying, "The feds just unsealed an indictment on K Flock for a RICO charge. If he does not beat this or work with them, the minimum sentence is life in prison. He is still facing state charges, which are keeping him locked up." People compared his case to YNW Melly's, where the feds kept adding charges to make sure he stayed behind bars. Even Boozy shared his thoughts, saying, "When the feds want you, they will do anything to get you."
Want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed. So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mission.
K Flock's lawyers quickly responded to the RICO charges. They said, "We are not surprised by these federal charges. We have been fighting Kevin's state charges for more than a year now. This incident was clearly self-defense, so the case was never strong to begin with. But now, they are using it to push a federal charge, which is unbelievable." The video makes everything clear. Kevin was trying to walk away when the other person came toward him. Only then did Kevin use something to protect himself, especially when another person from the other side reached into his pocket, possibly for a weapon. The feds are doing everything they can to build a case against K Flock. They even went after his co-defendant, Sticky. DJ Academics reported that the feds tried to get Sticky to testify against K Flock, but he refused. Sticky shared a post on Instagram with a photo of himself and K Flock on the street. His caption said, "We did things together in real life. Now, we have to fight for our freedom together too. They told me, tell us about Kevin and help yourself. 30 years is a long time. Well, I guess I will see you in 30 years. This news is both good and bad for K Flock. The good part is that Sticky is staying loyal. The bad part is that there are many more people involved in this case. PAM says at least 15 others facing charges. With so many people being pressured, there is a high chance that someone might decide to cooperate with the feds. This situation reminds many people of Lil Durk's case, where rumors spread that people were testifying against him. But later, it turned out to be false. K Flock's co-defendant, OTF Vanani, asked for protective custody when they went to court together this week. This made Lil Durk's best friend, Bezu, speak out. He told people to stop spreading false stories. He said, "Nobody knows what is really going on except the people inside that courtroom. Stop making up things. You all do not even know the truth. You all try to act like detectives, but you just guess things and make stuff up. First, you all started rumors about snitching, and now you are saying Funny is a snitch. A snitch on what? You do not even know what is really happening. That is why I stay away from anything illegal, because people like you love to twist stories and try to get someone in trouble." With all of this happening, K Flock finally spoke to his friends. He was seen on a FaceTime call with them from jail. It is not clear how he was able to get on FaceTime, but pictures from the call have been shared. In these photos, K Flock looks stressed, and it seems like he may have been crying. He does not look like the confident K Flock that everyone is used to seeing. The call only lasted for about 20 seconds, and the video cannot be shared due to copyright reasons. However, the photos show clearly how K Flock is feeling and what he is going through right now.